Welcome to Clay Pigeon here in Dorset, hosting round 5 of the TKM Super 1 National Karting Championships. The series has seen some of the closest racing in the Super 1 series this year, and race commentator Alan Tadjai looks at the drivers who have been playing at the serious end of things in his review of the season so far.
In Honda Cadet for the 8 to 13s, it's been Billy Monger who's led the way. The 11-year-old has won 4 of the 8 finals this season so far and has a 33-point championship lead over his nearest rival, Dave Wooder. The other final victories have gone to Wooder himself, Jack Evans, Luke Knott, the British Open champion, and rookie Robbie Gallier, who also leads the Rookie Cup Championship for drivers new to the series. Look no further than Billy Monger this time round though. He could wrap up the title this weekend if he scores the required amount of points. In Junior TKM, James Peace has been the surprise package this season, dominating a competitive class, winning 4 of the 8 finals, including 3 of the last 4. The other winners have been Matt Davis, Daniel Burton, winning both finals at Rowrah in round 2, and Danny Curl, who won final 2 at Lark Hall at the last round, round 4. My one to watch is Danny Curl, who won the elite final at the recent TKM Festival, though he did inherit the win when the leaders collided on the last lap. He's in good form though and should be a player if he can come through final 1 with a decent grid slot for final 2 coming up in this programme. In the Senior TKM 4-stroke class, it's all been falling apart for the former championship leader Michael West, as the 2009 Super 1 champion Adam Nichols has piled on the pressure with 4 straight final wins to bag himself the championship lead. 4 wins for Nichols, 3 wins for West, with Michael Rich taking final 2 at Glannygorse Park. West is nothing if not a fighter though, and I am napping him this weekend to put the pressure back on Nichols going into the last round at Buckmore Park. TKM Extreme continues to demonstrate the competitive nature of a class that's been around now for nearly 30 years. 2 wins apiece for the 2009 champion David Eden, James Bartlett and Charlie Bruce White, with Ryan Cole and Joe Forsdyke taking 1 apiece. Eden has a commanding championship lead, 64 points over Joe Porter, but it's Porter that I'm looking out for this weekend. He put in a superb performance to win the TKM Festival Elite Final just 2 weeks ago.
Well, that's Alan's look at the players in this championship season so far. Let's go racing with the first race of the day. It's the Honda Cadet class, and Alan has the grid positions.
Honda Cadets for the 8 to 13s. Darshan Pindoria off P23. Master O'Kane goes off 22, no picture. Off 21, Cameron Clark. Felix Meek for Ambition Motorsport off 20. Then Uzair Master off 19. Stephen Prentice off 18 from Hamilton. From Maidstone, it's James Chung off 17. Off 16, Morgan Porter. It's the birthday boy Ronan Hurst off P15, he's 11 today. Ryan Young goes off 14, no picture. Dino Lee, normally the bringer of nourishment, didn't bring any cakes this weekend though, goes off 13. Carl Patrica off 12, then Joe Taylor off 11. Into the top 10, Yukinori Ishii off 10, then Jack Young off 9. Ben Thompson goes off 8. Jack McCarthy off P7. Jack Evans off 6. Luke Knott off P5. Harvey Meek, with his best run of the season, goes off P4 for Ambition Motorsport. For Eurocams, it's Robbie Gallier off 3, Dave Wooder off 2, and the championship leader for Ambition Motorsport, it's Billy Monger, and he can tie the championship up with a top 8 finish in this race. That will be enough to secure the Super 1 Championship title for the 5-kart Billy Monger. He's not had the best of starts though, looks like he's dropped through to 4th there, he has. His teammate Harvey Meek has made his way from 4th to 2nd, so he's made up a couple. It's Dave Wooder, the 8-kart, who is out front. Kart streamed down Sturmey Straight into this hairpin at the bottom end of the circuit. No contact through there. It is Dave Wooder through the horseshoe then. That has it from Harvey Meek in 2nd. 42, Jack Evans there in 3rd place. And Billy Monger, championship leader, in 4th. Robbie Gallier just in behind in 5th. They cross the finish line. This is the only circuit I think I know in karting that has a start line here and the finish line around the top bend there. So the start and finishing lines are in different parts of the circuit. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Billy Munger's made his way through to 3rd. Still Wooder out front. Jack Evans has dropped a place. Jack on the 42 kart there, just in behind Munger. Down Sturmey Straight into this hairpin one more time. Early heat results on your screens now. Heat 1, Jack Evans took the win from Billy Monger, Luke Knott in 3rd. Harvey Meek with the fastest lap, 40.73. I'll tell you why that's important in just a minute. In Heat 2, Luke Knott from Dave Wooder and Jack Evans. Robbie Gallia with the fastest lap at 39.99. In Heat 3, as we look at the C plate of Gallia, Welsh champion, in Heat 3 it was Munger, Gallia and Luke Knott in that order. Luke Knott with the fastest lap, 40.86. And in the first final of the day, Billy Monger took the win from Dave Wooder and Robbie Gallia in third, and Munger with the fastest lap at 44.69. I mentioned previously that the fastest lap in Heat 1 was set by Harvey Meek on the 48 kart. There is Harvey. Now, why is that important? I'm often asked how you go from being a novice driver to the front of the field in the national championships. What's the process? I usually answer it the same way. There's two elements for me. The first one is race pace. How do you know you've got the race pace, people ask me? Well, you know you've got race pace when you're starting to set fastest laps in, whether it be the club meetings that you're racing in, or at this level here, Super 1, the national championships. Once you start setting fastest laps in heats or finals, you know that you have the raw pace to compete. Once you've got that raw pace and you are setting those fastest laps, you have to add to that the racecraft that gets you from the back of the field in a heat to the front of the field. It's not only about overtaking though. Racecraft is about putting your kart in the right place at the right time, not, for example, putting it on the outside of a bend where you've got 5 people careering down, you're inside, one of them's likely to go off and take you with them. It's about putting your kart in the right place on the track at the right time, or conversely, not having your kart in the wrong place at the right or wrong time, as the case may be. I've often said, as we look at Harvey Meek down the inside of Jack Evans for a spot in the hairpin, can Evans get him back on the switchback? Outside, inside he can. Evans holds on to the place. I've often said during this programme, the reason the battles in the midfield, 17th, 18th, 19th place, where you've got 3 karts battling for that spot, the reason that is important, as Munger sets the fastest lap at 44.4, the reason that's important is because those battles at some point, as I've said before, will start occurring at the front of the field. So that overtaking move for 16th place from 17th, instead of being a midfield overtaking move, will become at some point the overtake from second to first to give you a race win. I was talking about Harvey Meek setting that fastest lap in the first heat. He's just spun it out through the S's, didn't see whether there was any contact or not, but that's Harvey's day pretty much over. Luke Knott making a place up through the hairpin, not through to 4th, Gallia 5th and Jack McCarthy 6th. It's Wooder and Munger out front though as they cross the finish line one more time. They've got 8 to 10 kart lengths over Jack Evans there in 3rd place. There is Jack, previous winner this season, as we covered in the season so far earlier on. Billy Monger here is sitting pretty. He only needs to finish in the top 8 to win the championship, and later in the race it's still as you were, Wooder and Munger. In 3rd place it is Evans, and then this is the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. The O plate is Luke Knott, C plate Robbie Gallia. Gallia loses a spot to Evans. The 81 car of Jack McCarthy goes down the outside of Gallia. Gallia sweeps up the inside of Evans, getting that place back. But back with the leaders as they go into the last lap, past the finish line for the last time. Talking of midfield battles, as we were earlier, this is the battle for 18th, 19th, 20th place. 87 is Ronan Hurst, the birthday boy. The 99 kart was Dino Lee, the usual bringer of nourishment to the camera crew. Promised me he was going to bring me a load of cakes today, failed to do so, so we'll be calling him Dino Who from now on. The 52 kart in that little battle was Morgan Porter, by the way, as well. So they're battling over 18th, 19th, 20th. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead coming through to the horseshoe for the last time. Oh my word! Dave Wooder opens up wide and through the horseshoe for the last time has handed Billy Monger another victory and the Super 1 championship title. Billy the Fish, as I like to call him, and when I say fish I don't mean goldfish, I mean piranha, wins again.
Jack, congratulations. A tough race for you, but you got there in the end, didn't you?
Yeah, thank you. And I got a really good start. My kart was handed in well, and it was a good race overall.
When I went over the line for the last lap board, it just showed after me, and Billy saw it, so I didn't know whether to defend or not. So he just got past.
Billy, was it your strategy to sit behind Dave and wait for him to make a mistake?
Well, yeah, I was behind him the whole way. I knew I had to come in the top 8 to win the championship, so I done that. Thanks to my mum and dad, worked up this hard this season to get me up to the top, and now I've won the championship, which I'm really proud of. So I was just behind Dave the whole time. Made a move on the last lap and managed to hold on to take a third out of 4 wins.
Yeah, congratulations to Billy. Great performance today and throughout the season, and a deserved Super 1 Championship winner this season. Dave Wooder, I think Dave will be disappointed with that second place. He did point out he didn't see the last lap board. And of course, in a timed race, that is absolutely vital. So that's cost David there, unfortunately. But Billy Monger takes the championship win. Currently Wooder, Knott, Gallier, Evans and McCarthy. Top 6, Robbie Gallier has the Rookie Cup Championship lead from Jack Evans and Jack McCarthy in third place. We'll be back with more from Clay Pigeon after this.
Welcome back. I'm here with Ian Rennison, who's the Managing Director of this Clay Pigeon circuit. Ian, tell me a little bit about how you became involved in karting and how you became involved with the circuit.
Well, I was in motorsport earlier, but when my son got to the age of 12, he wanted to do karting. There was no cadets then, it was purely juniors, and that's how I got involved in karting here at Clay Pigeon. From there, the circuit was nothing like it is today, but Neil Han and I and two others purchased the circuit and developed into what it is now.
And a lot of celebrity racing faces have come through this circuit. I believe this is Jenson Button's home circuit, where he started off in cadets, moved into TKM, which we have here today. What do you remember from that era?
Well, I can obviously, with all the cadets, we get lots of cadets coming through now. They all want to be Formula One drivers, but Jenson did stand out because he won our club championship and then went on from winning our club championship through Super One and through all the various formulas to becoming a Formula One driver.
And you had Alan McNish down here many days ago?
Yeah.
Many days, many years?
Many years ago, yeah. Alan McNish, of course, I think was probably the best kart driver I've ever seen. He was run by Terry Fullerton, who, of course, was the man that Ayrton Senna couldn't beat. But Alan McNish was a brilliant driver, went on to Formula One as well.
You've had the lights of Lewis down here as well, David Coulthard?
Yeah, well, we started, the ones I can remember, obviously, are David Coulthard, Dario Franchitti, of course, Anthony Davison, all the lot have come down through here. And of course, in the last few years, we've had Lewis Hamilton, who won his first championship here in Yamaha, then went on to do TKM, which are racing here today.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for talking to us, Ian. Next up, we've got TKM 4-stroke. Here's Alan with the grid positions.